IGCSE Computer Science, Syllabus Statement 1.1.2b, show understanding of the reasons for choosing hexadecimal to represent numbers. So, this is again sort of links to the previous syllabus statement, which is the representation of hexadecimal numbers itself. But this is basically, this statement here talks about why we would actually do that. So this video is quite short because of that. So yeah. So just remind ourselves of this table here, and remind ourselves also that hexadecimal is base 16, decimal is base 10, binary is base 2, and hexadecimal and binary are similar because 16 is a multiple of 2, and 16 equals 2 to the power of 4, so therefore hexadecimal and binary are similar. As you can see, again, 0 in hexadecimal is 0 in binary, F in hexadecimal is 1111, so therefore only 4 binary bits are needed to cover each hexadecimal digit, as you can see. So here's the reason why you would actually want to use hexadecimal to represent binary numbers. And again, we talked about this a bit in the last video, but which would you prefer to read, this binary code or this hexadecimal code? And when we say work with, we mean like to program with. If you're ever using machine code or assembly or whatever, you might want to decide on that. Actually, assembly is pretty much hexadecimal, but like machine code, like binary. But the thing is, of course, every 4 bits in this equals 1. Well, I'd say every 4 digits in this represents 1 digit in this. So therefore, this is a lot shorter. So probably most people would prefer to read this and work with this, as this can really confuse them. And it's just this is only 2 values here, zeros or ones. It can be only those 2 values. So it can be really confusing and really hard to work with, really hard to find errors, for example. Whereas here, it's much easier because it's just, again, 1 digit per 4 digits here. So, just to recap, programmers would most likely, I'm putting in a most likely because some people might like to read binary, so most likely prefer to read hexadecimal values rather than binary values. And of course, generally because binary values represented as hexadecimal values are shorter, which make them easier to read as well as work with.